So if Kyra picked Jason, that means Liz gotta go. And if she picked AJ, that means Alexis gotta go. Who is Kyra gonna pick? What is going on? I thought it was gonna be Jason, but I'm really not sure anymore. What is going on? Hi, welcome to my channel. My name is Kyra and this is my review for Ready to Love season 4 episode 10. The episode is titled Getting Clarity, and I'm just like, they may have gotten some clarity because I didn't. I'm still confused after the episode, but okay. Before I get into the review, I want to say thank you, and thank you for watching. I am still on the road to 100 subscribers. I still have kind of a ways to go, but I'm getting there slowly but surely. So if you guys like the video, please don't forget to subscribe. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into the episode. It pretty much picks up where it left off last episode with Alexis talking about you're Judas because Amber kissed Ron, talking about she can't trust her and they were really friends. And I'm like, well, were you guys really friends? But okay, she says they were. Amber kind of agrees, so they were friends. Amber says, you know what, they did kiss, but it really didn't mean much to her. She says that, you know, it wasn't a date that they went on. There was like a friend meetup or something. She kind of was just like, you know what, it wasn't a big deal. He kissed me. I did not want to embarrass him in front of his friends, so she kind of went along with it. As she is talking, I noticed how like Chris said, you know what, he's kind of taken a little bit back, taken back by her saying, you know, about the kiss, talking about the whole kiss thing. But Amber did kind of take ownership. She apologized, and it seems like Alexis did accept the apology, but she was like, don't let it happen again. But I highly doubt she would be kissing on AJ because she don't even like him like that. So you ain't got nothing to worry about. So after that scene, Kyra suggests, you know, everybody trying to find a room, go ahead and get into the hot tub. At this time, AJ says that he wants to figure things out with Alexis and spend time with Kyra. Like I said, I'm more confused watching this episode. Like, what is going to happen? So, like, my face during the whole episode was just like, what? Like, I went through some emotions watching this video. But, okay, next scene. Next, we see them getting into the jacuzzi. We see Kyra, Jason, and AJ in the hot tub. Kyra comes out, honey, body banging. She was not ready to play. Or not here to play. How people say that? I don't know, y'all, I'm old. But she was like, men are visual, so she's gonna give them something to look at. She looked nice in her bikini or whatever. Her and Jason get into a back and forth about, you know, trying to open up and how they do have a limited amount of time left in this process. They were just kind of going back and forth, and AJ was like, you know what, I'm trying to kind of zone in on what they're talking about because, you know, me and Jason kind of have some of the same concerns about Kyra. And she was like, well, I don't think I'm being that guarded with Jason, but apparently Jason does, because you're not giving him like direct answers. But we'll get into that a little bit later. You guys know I was pulling for Kyra and Jason. I still am. I am. But okay, next scene, we see Amber and Chris kind of go off to the side to discuss the whole thing with Ron. And he said, you know what, he didn't really see it coming, that she would have kissed someone else. She said she did not want to embarrass him again. And, you know, it seems like they kind of talk about things openly. And Chris was just like, you know what, I accept your apology, you know. I think we're good. I'm confident in us being together. So if he accepts what she says, who are we not to? You know, we got to do it too. So next we see like a quick scene of Kyra and AJ talking, and they're both kind of still butting heads. That has not changed. And one of them said that, you know what, somebody has to yield and like you know what, okay. And with them two, it's like, who gonna be the one to like say, what, you know what, you're right. I don't see him doing it. I don't see Kyra doing it. So that's going to be an issue. And as they're having this discussion, Alexis is watching. she was just like, they argue a lot. They got too much conflict going on. Trying to kind of like, watch their connection to kind of make sure she still has a chance with AJ. Okay. So next morning, in the next scene, we find out that Vernicia and Joel spent the night together. They kind of alluded to like them not having sex, but they did cuddle a lot. And they both enjoyed that. They discussed how, the argument the night before. And Vernicia says that she can appreciate him wanting to like fix things and make things better. And Joel was just like, we don't have a lot of time left in this process. I don't want to spend our time, arguing and butting heads the whole time that we're here. And she was just like, don't do it no more. I was like, okay, Vernicia, he is not a child, so like calm down. But he apologized, y'all good, let it go. That's what I was thinking as she was talking to him. Okay, next we see AJ talking about Kyra. He says, he does like her, and it feels like it's a give and take with Kyra. I don't know, but that's what he said. We see Vernicia and Kyra put on their little chef hats. It was cute. They were cooking some breakfast for everybody, and Kyra thinks her guards are coming down, and maybe for her they are. It's not really coming across to the guys from what we're seeing, but she thinks she's kind of loosening up, trusting a little bit more. So yeah, she thinks she's doing pretty good, and I think they're not seeing it. I don't know. They're not seeing it. And like, it kind of matters that the guys that you are pursuing see it. So I don't know. Anyway, next thing we see Liz and Alexis talking about Jason and how he's a Prince Charming and how they kissed on their little walk. And Liz says she's secure with Jason. And she's feeling him. Alexis said that her and AJ's connection is peaceful. I'm like, is it though? Because like, y'all were just arguing. You were just talking about how he don't answer the phone when you call. He don't respond to your text. He'll talk to Kyra but not talk to you. So where did y'all get the peaceful from? Did y'all spend the night together? I'm just, I want to know too. Like, I don't know how she got peaceful, but okay. Next scene, we see Kyra and Jason going to play tennis. I'm not gonna lie, I like all of the scenes with Kyra and Jason together. I really do. But Jason wants clarity on how he should pursue Kyra. Like, what does she want? Kyra says she's cute but competitive. It was cute. They were hitting the ball back and forth. She missed, but like, she was still having fun. It was cute. It was a cute little scene. He dared her or said, if you miss this, you gotta say you're the sexiest man alive. She lost, so she had to say it, and it was cute. He kissed her on her forehead. I would have liked a kiss on the lips from them. I don't think we did see them kiss one time, but I don't know. But okay, that's what he felt comfortable with. So okay, they go sit down and talk. Kyra says she wants clarity, but like, she's not providing clarity. So she's not really providing it for the guys, especially for Jason, in my opinion. But anyway, she says, you know what, Jason, you focus more on Liz. And he was like, you know what, it's neck and neck. It can go either way. He was like, what do you want? Again, you want clarity, you gotta kind of give some too, right, Kyra? She said, I don't know. So that's not providing clarity, and he's still confused. She wants to continue the process, and then, she'll decide who she leaves with at the end. But like, my question was like, Kyra, y'all are at the end. There's only gonna be 3 couples left. So like, you gotta make a decision pretty soon. So anyway, she still is not sure what she's gonna do. She said that she has said that, she would leave with him in all of the deliberations, but she's still confused. And Jason was just like, you should kind of know by now which way you leaning. Like, even though it's kind of like, if Jason, you're saying that you're neck and neck, if she says she neck and neck, is that fair? Because you just said you were 50-50. So it kind of sounds like she is too. Like, y'all are saying one thing, but like y'all both are 50-50. So he says, you know, he was kind of frustrated with their talk. I feel like if Kyra said him, he would be like all with Kyra. He would not even worry about Liz anymore. And that's frustrating for him because she's not saying one way or the other. So I can kind of understand. And I wrote down that I was sad watching that scene because it just seems like there's a disconnect with them. And I wanted them to work. I'm sorry, I was a little biased, I ain't gonna lie. But anyway, okay, next scene, we see Alexis and AJ talking in a little tower. And she did apologize to him for her attitude the day before. That's why I was just like, where did the peace come from? Did it come from this conversation? Because, I mean, this happened after talking to Liz about how he brings her peace. But okay. They discussed how, you know, her attitude being like rah-rah at times and him being more like laid back, it does kind of, you know, go well together because he can kind of calm her down and he can help her relax. She says she's not a ton of drama. She's not a ton of drama. Okay, Alexis. Okay. And, you know, she said there's peace, that word peace again between them. I don't see it, but okay. Next, she brings up Kyra because that's Alexis for us. And he talks about what he wants versus what he needs. And I'm not gonna lie, y'all, it reminded me of Chris from Married at First Sight, but that's a whole nother show, whole nother topic. But Alexis says, you know what, where is your heart? And she's hoping that Kyra talking more to Jason will kind of push AJ towards her. And I'm just kind of like, well, do you want to be the backup to somebody? You want him to choose you because he wants to be with you, not because Kyra is more into Jason, right? Like, am I wrong for that? I don't know. AJ says versus, they're talking about, I'm sorry, what's exciting versus what's safe. So I guess the exciting is what he wants, which is Kyra, and then safe and what he needs would be Alexis. That's not a compliment. Saying you're the safe choice. You're maybe what I need, but not necessarily what I want. I'm confused. But she felt like it was a good answer. No, it wasn't. But anyway, she said she didn't really feel safe and secure in his answer, and he was still indecisive. Yeah, that's the right word. They kissed. AJ said he still didn't know. And my question, I wrote down, like, how did AJ make it to the end? Like, I wouldn't have guessed him to make it to the end, like, this far in the process. I didn't. But, okay. Next scene. We see Alexis talking about Bernicia, how she has a good one with Joel. He was over there playing pool. You know, just being, he has a lot of personality. He seemed like a really cool guy, like, you know, just to hang out with, like a genuine person, Joel does. So we see Tommy come on some horses, and he wants to have a talk with Jason. Jason says that this ranch trip has been eye-opening for him, and for him it has been Kyra the whole time, but she needs more time to figure out what she wants to do. And he says that Liz has been consistent, but Liz was consistent after David showed her who he was. So not the whole time, but after that, I'll give her that, I guess. Tommy says, you know what? If you had to leave right now, who would you leave with? He was like, you know what? My dad taught me that love is not confusing. It does not dwell in confusion. He was just like, I would pick Liz. But you can tell it was hard for him to say that. Like, he really didn't want to, you know how they be having like a heart versus like mind clash. Your heart may be with Kyra, but your mind is being like, you know, logical, and it's gonna say Liz. I think that's what happened, but he said Liz. I was surprised. I don't know. I mean, that's how he feels, so you gotta respect how he feels. Next thing, we see Tommy meeting up with Joel and Chris. they discuss Amber. Chris talking about how Amber is smart, genuine, honest, all these great things, and they discussed the kiss. But he said, you know what, everything's good. He does not hold it against her. She explained it. He understood. He said, you know what, without a shadow of a doubt, he's definitely going with Amber. Joelle talks about how him and Vernisha, they had a good night, and that even in the heat of their argument, he still wanted to fix it with her and like go through things with Vernisha. Talks about how, you know, his kids are getting older. He wants to go ahead and try to be serious about something. So it seems like he is there for the right reasons. And I think Vernisha is too. So like, I like them together. I can see them two together. He said his definite answer now would definitely be Vernisha and not Kyra in that moment. Next, we see AJ talking to Tommy. He says with Kyra, it's that struggle, it's that button heads. But with Alexis, she's been more consistent. I guess Tommy was just like, if you had to leave with one tonight, who would you leave with? He had a hard time. He could not really answer. He had a hard time to definitively say Kyra or Alexis. He was just like, Tommy was like, if you had to leave, if you was looking at one of them like, that's my girl right there, who would it be? He still couldn't answer. He needed more time. And Tommy gave him more time to think on what he wanted to do. And before AJ made a decision, he wanted to meet with Kyra to discuss it. And she talks about how she was anxious walking up and how she wants them to move forward as a couple. So have you made your decision yet? Like, Kyra, which one, what do you want? I feel like Jason, like, girl, what do you want? It seems like she wants AJ. Like, just say that. It's okay. You know, let Jason free. Let him go find somebody else. You know, hey Jason, but okay. Anyway, she said, oh wait, she wants to make a decision for like not just this process. However, I think it's 8 weeks that they're going through this or whatever, or 4 weeks. I don't even know. But she wants to make a decision not just based on the process, but like, you know, for her after the process has ended. So AJ has the same question. So where are you at? She don't know. Still, she has some thinking to do. She said she wants to think about it more. And she said it was hard for her to switch from being all about Jason to now trying to be all about AJ. And he was like, you've been on the fence, kind of straddling the fence between him and Jason. And she has. He started to tell her, Kyra, you're not ready to love. And they were holding hands as they were talking. And she wanted to say AJ. I think she wanted to, like, you know, pick him, but she still couldn't. She couldn't decide. It feels like it's a heart, mind, need versus want thing too when it comes to AJ and Jason for Kyra, in my opinion. So she was looking sad. They were still holding hands though. And as AJ was holding her hand and told her, you're not ready to love, he wouldn't let her hand go. She was like, you gonna give me my hand back? You done told me I ain't ready to love, now give me my hand back. He was just like, I'm not ready to. Like, I couldn't. He was like, you know, that he was not confident in his decision to send Kyra home. And I don't think he's going to be sending her home at all. I think on the next episode, because even after he told her, you're not ready to love, he was just like, Kyra, what do you want? Like, what do you want, Kyra? And it makes me feel like if Kyra said AJ, he would switch it, because he said he was not confident in choosing Alexis. And to be honest, even if Kyra picked Jason, I don't think AJ would be with Alexis. I really don't. I just don't think he's that into her. It don't feel like it. So yeah, so it looks like Kyra's maybe staying, because on the next episode we see her at the ladies lounge, or with the restaurant that they're at, with the lady talking about how she needs to have a conversation with Jason. And I'm like, yes, you do, but like, don't be upset that he kind of was just like, okay, I'm gonna go with Liz, because you were not giving him a direct answer. So I hope she don't go in the date with him being kind of combative or whatever, because he has been trying, and you know, you didn't give him a whole lot to work with. I mean, you did and you didn't. So, you know, it looks like if Kyra stays, that means Alexis would have to go. Right? So if Alexis goes, and then the women have the power, it's gonna be on Kyra again to make that decision, because if she let go of Jason, that means Liz gonna be leaving soon. So like, I don't know, I was so confused. But so it looks like the last 3 couples are going to be Renisha and Joelle, Chris and Amber, and Kyra and whoever she chooses. I hope it's Jason, but if it's not, you know, I hope she does whatever she wants to do, whatever's going to be really best for her. And yeah, I don't know. And people do not like Jason for some reason. I don't know why. I was on his Instagram. I don't know what y'all see that I'm not seeing, because like I said on my other review, I would be choosing Jason if I was on the show. I think it's because he's a teacher, and I'm a teacher. I am one too, and I love seeing black male teachers. We don't have enough, but like, I don't know what they see that I don't see. But anyway, all right, guys, that was the end of my review. I want to say thank you so much for watching. My Ready to Love videos have gotten the most views out of all the shows that I am doing. So I hope you guys have made it to the end of the video and press subscribe. I gotta figure out, like, how do you get subscribers and views? You know what I'm saying? Like, how you do both? I'm getting the views, but not subscribers. So I gotta figure out that whole little balance or whatever. But anyway, that was the end of my video. Thank you for watching, and I will see you all on the next one. Bye.